Hi everybody, we're going to go through two waste questions that were asked by Indy. So let's see what's going on. So Yash is saving for a deposit on an apartment, which is about to begin into construction. This is a 2022 waste question. Can the calculator assume section question 8? So there are two savings plans, and he wants to know which one's going to give a better return. We can find this using effective interest rates. So there's a formula that does this for you. I have done some additional notes in savings, I think it is, in the finance section of our notes, but this is the basic idea. 1 plus the interest rate divided by the number of times it compounds, take 1. So in the first case, it compounds 12 times, so put that on the bottom. Put the interest rate on the top as a decimal. Make sure these two numbers are the same. Subtract 1 and you get 0.0309, which is an effective interest rate of 3.09%. For the second one, we want to do it for each day, so 365 days in a year. 0.0301, 365, 365, take 1. So those two numbers are the same. Interest rate goes here. Subtract 1 and you get 0.0306 for an effective interest rate of 3.06. If we're looking to get more money, we want a higher interest rate. So we're going to choose this one here, monthly one. Gives a better return. Now, he locates, Yesh finds another one online. This offers 3.5% per annum compounded at the end of each day. He'll start with 12,300 and a weekly deposit of 300. And the deposit required to secure the apartment is $30,000. Does he get it in time? Well, I initially did this with sequence mode, but I was out by a few cents. So I went back to finance mode. And in the answer key, it actually lists these things here is what it's looking for to get the mark. So probably do that. N equals 52, I% equals 3.5. Remember to put in the per annum figure. Don't divide it by 365. Present value is negative 12,300. Don't forget the negative. And the payment in this case is negative 300. So if the money was coming out, if you were being given $300 every month, then it would be positive, but since we're putting the money in, it will be negative. I can't say that finance mode is the most intuitive thing I've ever used. The number of payments per year is 52, so we're going to get 52 of these, and it compounds daily, so that's 365. And press the FV button, and it will give you this figure here. So, if we're wanting to know how much short we would be, pick the figure that we want, subtract the figure that we got, we'll get 1391.04. Now, if we wanted to know how much you should have put in each month, put 30,000 in the future value, put his initial value in here. Don't forget to make it negative. Make that 52, 365, 52. So that's what you would write on your page. Press the PMT button and it will give you the amount that you should do. So it'd be 326.29. So that's question 8. You need to know how to use your finance mode properly. So for question 15, the second question that Indy asked me about, we have Paris, who's a retired hairdresser, and they have a superannuation balance. And they want to put some of it into a scholarship, and they want to know, well, how much it is. And in this case, we just need to verify the result. So they want us to show this. There's a number of ways we can do it. I was particularly lazy. I just took that number, multiplied it by that interest rate and showed that I needed it gives me $5,000. I think the answer key did it slightly differently. It took the 5,000 and divided it by the 0.072 and got this figure. I don't think they deduct any marks from it. As long as you have all three figures and the correct operators, it should be okay. For part B, they wanted you to build an annuity. And they gave you the formula and they wanted you to work out A, why this figure was used, and B, what A is. So this part here says you need two things. You need to show how to get that figure and state what this is. I realized that that figure was just 6.1% divided by 12 because you're receiving the annuity monthly, so the interest is calculated monthly. So you'd have to divide it by 12 to get that figure. Work out A then was relatively simple. What you needed to know was if you used up some money on the scholarship, how much was left. And so if you took away the scholarship money, which was this figure here, you got the amount of money that they would be using for their annuity. Now, for how many months will Paris be able to receive the annuity? We'll put those values into recursive mode with your initial amount and look for the 0 value. In this case, the last possible $7,000 amount was in 141 months. The final payment will be 2142.58. You click on it, it comes up down the bottom here. And you subtract that from the 7,000 because you don't have enough money to pay the whole amount, giving you 4858.42. If you want to know the total amount of money received, you've got 141 payments of $7,000 plus this 4,858.42, which gives you that amount received. Subtract away your initial amount, how much money you put in, and the difference will be the interest. So in this case, $285,982.86. Now, perpetuity just pays you the interest that you would have earned each month and no more, so you're not going to reduce your initial amount. So in that case, that's not quite right. You just fix that up. Why is that not working? That's what I want. Times. Okay, so if you want the perpetuity, just take the interest rate, divide it into the periods that you'd like it, so that'll be monthly. Then multiply that proportion by the amount of money that you have, and that'll give you how much you receive per month. And this amount will never go down because you're never drawing against your initial capital. So there you go. 2 videos and some calculator usage on finance mode. I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.